My girlfriend announced at my birthday dinner, I'm sleeping with someone who can actually satisfy me, to humiliate me. I stood up and said, so is everyone. Then I revealed I knew about all 5 of her affairs and had invited them all to the party. They were walking in right then. I, 29 male, had my entire world flip upside down 2 weeks ago at what was supposed to be my birthday dinner. My girlfriend Bianca, 27, decided to publicly humiliate me in front of my family and friends, but she had no idea I'd been preparing for this moment for 3 months. Let me paint the picture. We'd been together for 4 years, living together for 2. I'd been planning to propose next month, had the ring and everything. Then 3 months ago, I accidentally saw a notification on her phone while she was showering. It was from someone saved as Jim saying, "Can't wait to taste you again tomorrow." My stomach dropped, but instead of confronting her immediately, something told me to dig deeper, call it intuition, or maybe just years of her making little comments about how I was adequate in bed or how her exes were different. Red flags I'd ignored because I loved her. I did something I'm not proud of. I put a tracker app on her phone when she was drunk one night. Before you judge me, just wait. What I discovered over the next few weeks made me physically sick. Monday, Wednesday mornings, Jerome from her gym been going on for 8 months. Tuesday evenings, Dimitri, her work mentor. 6 months. Thursday, book club, actually meeting Caden, her ex from college. 4 months. Saturday, girls brunch, meeting up with Elijah, a bartender from her favorite wine bar. 5 months. Random emergency work calls. Tomas, her married boss. 3 months, 5 different men. And the messages I saw, she was telling each one they were the only one who understood her, and that I was just temporary until she figured things out. The kicker, she was still taking money from me for her car payment, letting me pay for our vacations, and had me co-sign her student loan refinance just 2 months ago. So I started planning. I told Bianca I wanted a big birthday dinner, invited both our families, all our friends, made it seem like a huge deal. She was annoyed because she had plans that Saturday, aka Elijah. But I guilt-tripped her about how I never asked for anything special. I also did something else. I reached out to all 5 guys. I didn't tell them about each other. That would have ruined the surprise. I just told each one individually that I knew about their relationship with Bianca, that I was ending things with her at my birthday dinner, and if they wanted to finally go public with her, they should show up at 8 p.m. sharp. I'd text them when to come in. 3 of them, Jerome, Dimitri, and Caden, were shocked she had a boyfriend. Elijah knew about me, but thought we were basically broken up. Tomas knew exactly what the situation was, but didn't care because, in his words, it's just fun. All 5 confirmed they'd come. The dinner was at this nice steakhouse downtown. 20 people there. My parents, sister, brother, best friends, her parents, her sister Gretchen, and some mutual friends. I'd ordered a cake and everything. Bianca showed up late, of course, wearing this dress I bought her for Christmas, looking annoyed that she had to be there. She sat down next to me, barely said hello to my mom, and immediately started texting under the table. We were halfway through appetizers when it started. My buddy Kyle was telling a story about our college days when Bianca suddenly interrupted. "Oh my God, can we please talk about something from this decade? These stories are so boring. It's like being stuck in a time capsule of mediocrity." Everyone went quiet. My mom tried to change the subject to our upcoming vacation that I'd paid for, and Bianca rolled her eyes. Yeah, another thrilling all-inclusive resort. Because Hugo here thinks adventure is trying a different flavor of frozen margarita. My sister tried to defend me, mentioning how I'd just gotten promoted at work. Bianca laughed. Actually laughed. Regional sales manager at a software company. Wow, alert the media. Meanwhile, people with actual ambition are out there changing the world. That's when she decided to go for the kill. She stood up, tapping her wine glass. "You know what? Since we're all here celebrating Hugo, let me share something. I've been thinking a lot about our relationship lately, and I've realized something important." She looked directly at me with this cruel smile. "I'm sleeping with someone who can actually satisfy me. Someone who doesn't think foreplay is optional and lasting 5 minutes is an achievement. Someone who actually makes me feel something. So happy birthday, Hugo. There's your gift." The truth. The entire table was frozen. My mom gasped. Her dad stood up looking furious, but at me like this was somehow my fault. I took a sip of my water, placed my napkin on the table, and stood up. "So is everyone?" Bianca blinked. "What?" I said, "So is everyone. Everyone's sleeping with someone who can satisfy them." "Well, multiple someones in your case." Her face went white. "What are you talking about?" I pulled out my phone. "Should we start with Jerome from the gym? 8 months every Monday and Wednesday morning? Or Dimitri, your mentor who's been mentoring you in his apartment every Tuesday evening for 6 months? The table was dead silent. Bianca's mouth opened and closed like a fish. "Wait, there's more. Caden, your ex every Thursday at book club. Elijah, the bartender, Saturday brunches for 5 months. And let's not forget Thomas, your married boss who you've been meeting during those emergency work calls for 3 months. Her sister Gretchen stood up. "You're lying? You're just trying to, am I?" I looked at my watch. It's 8 p.m. They should all be here right about now. Right on to you. The door to our private dining room opened. Jerome walked in first, holding flowers and wearing his best shirt, 62 muscled looking confused when he saw the huge table of people. "Bianca, you said you were ending things with your roommate tonight?" "Roommate?" her dad shouted. Before anyone could respond, Dimitri walked in also carrying flowers. "Rose's nice touch, this middle-aged guy in an expensive suit looking around nervously. "Bianca, darling, I got your text about finally leaving your brother." "Brother?" my mom and her mom said in unison. Cadence stumbled in next. "Younger guy, clearly already drunk." "Yo, B, ready to stop pretending with that gay friend of yours?" Then Elijah appeared. Leather jacket, motorcycle helmet under his arm. "Babe, we doing this or what? I got the champagne you asked for to celebrate dumping that loser roommate." Finally, Tomas walked in, the only one who looked completely unbothered. Well, this is awkward. The 5 men stood there slowly realizing what was happening as they looked at each other. Bianca looked like she was going to vomit. "Surprise," I said. "Gentlemen, meet each other. You've all been sharing something special." Jerome dropped his flowers. "What the hell is this?" Dimitri turned to Bianca. "You said you were single. You told me you were in a loveless arranged engagement." Cadence shouted. Elijah just started laughing. Oh man, this is beautiful." Tomas shrugged and sat down at an empty chair. "Anyone mind if I order? The salmon in here is excellent." Bianca finally found her voice. "Hugo, you tracked me. You spied on me." "No, sweetheart. You left your phone notifications on after that. You were surprisingly sloppy. 5 different guys, really? How did you even manage the scheduling?" Her mom started crying. Her dad was purple with rage, still somehow directed at me. Gretchen was frantically texting, probably trying to do damage control on social media. Jerome stepped forward, angry. "You knew for 3 months and didn't say anything? Why would I? She was going to humiliate me publicly anyway. Might as well return the favor." Dimitri pulled out his phone. "I need to call my lawyer. This is Edmpones. She said she was single. I left my fiancé for her." "You what?" Bianca shrieked. "You said you were divorced and you said you lived alone." Jerome shot back. "I helped you pick out furniture for your apartment. My sister started recording. I didn't stop her." Cadence stumbled toward Bianca. "Was any of it real? You said I was your soulmate." "She said that to me too," Elijah added, still finding this hilarious. "She says that to everyone," Tomas commented while flagging down a waiter. "It's kind of her thing. Can I get the salmon medium rare with the asparagus?" Update 1. It's been 2 weeks and the fallout has been insane. First, the immediate aftermath of the dinner. Bianca tried to storm out, but realized I'd driven us there. She had to call an Uber while all 5 guys were still there. Jerome and Caden almost got into a fight in the parking lot. Dimitri was on the phone with his lawyer the entire time. Elijah hit on my sister. She turned him down, but kept his number. Lao Tomas finished his entire meal and even ordered dessert. Absolute legend. Her parents made her move back home that night. Her dad called me the next morning to apologize and thank me for exposing her true nature. Her mom still thinks I'm somehow to blame because I should have been enough for her. Sure, lady. But here's where Bianca's entitlement went into overdrive. Day 2, she showed up at my apartment demanding I give her things. The TV I bought, hers because we watched it together. My PlayStation, hers because she sometimes played it. My coffee maker, hers because she picked it out. She didn't. I had the doorman escort her out. Day 3. She tried to get into my apartment when I was at work. Told the doorman she was still my girlfriend and had forgotten her tea. He called me and I sent him a screenshot of her little birthday dinner speech. He now refers to her as the lady we don't let in. Day 4, I started getting Venmo requests. $2,847 for emotional damages, $1,200 for time wasted, $3,000 for defamation, $500 for therapy needed because of your actions, $10,000 for loss of consortium. I had to Google that one. She was seriously trying to charge me for not getting laid anymore. I responded to each one with the gift of me saying, "So is everyone." That my sister had turned into a meme. It already had 50K views on TikTok. Day 5, she got Gretchen to call me. Apparently, Bianca couldn't make her car payment, the one I'd been helping with, and needed $400 just this once. I reminded Gretchen that her sister had 5 boyfriends who could probably split the cost. She hung up on me. Day 6, the extinction burst. I know everyone uses this term, but holy hell. 9 a.m. she sent her cousin Ronnie to my gym to talk sense into me. 11 a.m. she had a lawyer friend send me a cease and desist about sharing private information not legally binding. My actual lawyer laughed. She tried to log into my Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, and HBO accounts. I changed all passwords. 4:00 p.m. She called my work saying she was my wife and there was a family emergency. My boss knew the whole story and put her on speaker for the office to hear. 6 p.m. She posted on Instagram that I was abusive and had isolated her from friends. 8 p.m. She created a fake dating profile using my photos saying I had herpes. The fake dating profile was the last straw. I hired a lawyer. Update 2. But wait, it gets better. Remember the 5 guys? They each had their own drama. Jerome turns out he was engaged. His fiancée found out because Caden posted about it on Twitter. She dumped him, and he tried to move in with Bianca. Her parents said absolutely not. He's now living with his brother and has been banned from the gym after causing a scene. Dimitri, his ex-fiancé, took him back but under strict conditions. He had to sign a prenup. They weren't even married yet. Lol. Give her all his passwords and go to therapy. He also had to pay me $5,000 for contributing to emotional distress as part of his apology to her. I donated it to a cheater support group in Bianca's name. Caden posted the whole story on Reddit himself, making him seem like the victim. Someone in the comments found his Instagram and discovered he was also dating 2 other women. They both dumped him. He's now focusing on his music. He's a SoundCloud rapper with 12 followers. Elijah actually thanked me, said I saved him from catching feelings for a psycho. We grab beers sometimes. Decent dude, terrible judgment in women. He's dating my sister's friend now, and they seem happy. Thomas, his wife, found out, not because of the dinner, but because Bianca emailed her with screenshots trying to get her to leave him so they could be together. His wife forwarded everything to HR. Both Thomas and Bianca were fired for violating company policy. Thomas's wife is divorcing him and taking him for everything. He moved back to his home country last week. If you're loving this wild tale of karma and drama, hit that like button and subscribe for more heart-pounding stories straight from real life. Your support means the world. Update 3. Losing her job sent Bianca completely off the rails. Remember, she just lost her apartment, living with parents, her car, couldn't make payments, her job, phasation policy, all 5 side pieces. Her reputation. The video went viral on TikTok, 2.3 in views now. So, what does an entitled person do when they lose everything? They doubled down the lawsuit. She actually sued me for intentional infliction of emotional distress and invasion of privacy. She demanded $50,000 in damages. My lawyer responded with a countersuit for the $3,000 she still owed me from the student loan I'd co-signed and receipts for everything I'd bought that she took when she initially moved out before the birthday dinner. Her lawyer dropped her when he realized she'd lied about being single and that I had proof she'd been using me financially while cheating, the smear campaign. She went on a podcast about toxic relationships and spent 45 minutes talking about how I was controlling and abusive. The host asked for specific examples. Her response, he wouldn't let me have male friends. The host asked, were you sleeping with these male friends? Dead silence. Then that's not relevant. The episode was deleted, but someone saved it and it became another meme. The family drama, her parents split up. Her dad discovered her mom had been covering for her the whole time, even providing alibis. Turns out mom knew about at least 3 of the affairs and was helping her hide them because she deserved to explore her options. Her dad filed for divorce and actually called me to apologize again and thank me for opening his eyes to both of them. The new boyfriend, this is the best part. A week after losing her job, she started dating some crypto bro named Konstantin. She met on an app, posted constantly about how he was a real man who knew her worth. She moved in with him after knowing him for 5 days. Plot twist. Konstantin wasn't a crypto millionaire. He was running a pyramid scheme selling investment courses. He got arrested yesterday for fraud. Bianca is now homeless again because the apartment was a rental he hadn't paid for in 3 months. Final update. It's been 6 weeks since the birthday dinner. Here's where everyone ended up. After Konstantin got arrested, she tried reaching out to all 5 original guys. They all blocked her. She then tried to come back to me with a long letter about how she realized what she lost and how I was the only one who really loved her. The letter included 0 actual apologies, multiple references to needing a place to stay, a request to start fresh, a mention that she was willing to forgive me for humiliating her. Her new Cash Ash app username, I sent back a 1-word response. No, she's now living with her mom in a studio apartment. Dad got the house in the divorce and working at a call center. She still owes me $3,000 from the student loan, but my lawyer says it's probably not worth pursuing. The 5 guys living with his brother, single in therapy. Dimitri married his ex-fiancé under the world's strictest prenup. Caden, still making terrible music, now with songs about the experience. Elijah, happy with my sister's friend, comes to game night. Tomas, divorced, deported, supposedly teaching English abroad. Her family, parents, divorced. Gretchen still defends her sister, but admitted to my sister that she understands why I did what I did. Her mom tried to date one of Bianca's exes, not one of the 5. He turned her down. Me? I'm doing great. The viral video actually helped my career in a weird way. My company loves that I can think strategically under pressure and manage complex situations. Got another promotion and a raise. Started dating Harmony, a woman I met at a friend's barbecue. She thinks the whole story is hilarious, but also a little concerning. Fair point. We're taking things slow and I'm in therapy to deal with trust issues. Imagine that. The ring I bought, returned it, and used the money for a solo trip to Japan. Best decision ever. The last text. Yesterday, Bianca sent one final text from her mom's phone. I know you hate me, but I wanted you to know that what we had was real. You were the only stable thing in my life, and I threw it away for excitement. I know I hurt you, but you hurt me worse. We're even now. I hope someday you can forgive me, and maybe we can be friends. P.S. Can you please take my name off that student loan? It's affecting my credit. I didn't respond, but I did laugh. We're even. She cheated with 5 different men for months, humiliated me publicly, tried to destroy my reputation, and somehow we're even. The student loan? Yeah, Her name staying on that. Actions meet consequences. To everyone who followed this wild ride, thank you. Your comments kept me sane. To anyone dealing with a cheater, you deserve better. Don't be afraid to stand up for yourself. And to Bianca, if you're reading this and knowing you, you probably are. So is everyone is now my Wi-Fi password. Just thought you should know. Edit, for everyone asking, yes, the restaurant staff gave me the dinner for free after witnessing everything. They said it was the most entertaining evening they'd had in years. Edit 2. Caden's SoundCloud rapper name is C Damage, and his new track is called 5 Guys, 1 Girl. It's exactly as terrible as you'd imagine. It has 47 plays, mostly from this thread. Edit 3. Just found out Bianca made a TikTok about being a victim of narcissistic abuse.